Hello everyone, hope you are all fine. It's me Vineet and welcome to my YouTube channel Pay to Pay. In previous video I have explained a question that was asked in Tech Mahindra. So in this video I have taken a question that was asked in Wipro NLTH this year. Before we are going to see the question, if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe, like, and if you guys like the video, share with your friends. So before going to the question, I just want you to clarify one more thing here, how to get the list element using negative index values. So here you already know the list index starts with 0, that is 0 1 2. So one more method is there to get the elements from list, that is using negative index values. So if I want to get the last element of the list, I will enter list1 of 4. So this command is going to get me the last element of the list, that is 50. So I can also get the last element of the list by entering list1 of -1. This thing also gets the last element in a list. This concept I haven't explained in previous video, so that's why I'm explaining here. This was a small concept. So this negative index concept will help you to get the elements from reverse order. Okay, so let's see the question and let's see how to solve this question. In an oil factory warehouse, the oil containers are filled with different quantity of oil. Manager needs to segregate the oil containers in a pair. The pair contains one maximum quantity container and one minimum quantity container. Your task is to help the manager to identify the pair. The oil quantities are given in a list. This is the question. They have given the input and output format also. So the first line of input should be number of containers. The next line should be n number of space separated oil quantities. This is a list of n number of quantities. After this, the output format is you should print each pairs in a new lines. Whenever you find a pair, just print that pair and go to next line. They have also included one more point here, add 0 as the minimum quantity if there is no minimum quantity exist. I will come to this point later in explanation. So let's see the sample input and output first. So they have given 4, this is the n number of quantities. After this they have given list of quantities here. These are the output, that is pair, one maximum quantity with one minimum quantity. Once you get the maximum minimum quantity pair, then you need to neglect these two, 205. After that you need to print another maximum minimum quantity present in that list. So apart from 205, 110 are the next pairs, so it's printing 110 here. Okay, let's see another input and output sample. 5 is the n number of containers, this is the number of containers here. So the pairs are 200, 5, 100, 10 and 50 and 0. So you can see 0 is not included in this list, but we are printing 0. So this is where this line will make sense. So they have given add 0 as the minimum quantity. Add 0 as the minimum quantity if there is no minimum quantity exists. So in this case, if you pair 200 with 5 and 100 with 10, you will be left with 50. So here 50 is the maximum quantity and 50 is the minimum quantity. So you can't pair 50 with any of the number. So during this case you need to consider 50 as the maximum quantity and you need to pair with 0. So 0 will be the minimum quantity. This is how you should pair the output. Okay, this is the question. To solve this problem, you just need to know the list operation and you need to know how to play with indexes, that's all. So I will explain this question while writing the code itself. So let's jump into the code. Here the first line of input should be the n number of quantities, that is a int value. So I am taking int input. After this I need a list of quantities. So I am taking a list of quantities in a single line itself. I am going to declare QAA as list, and after this I am taking list map int comma input dot split. This will take list values in a single line. So after this, the first step I need to do here is to sort the list. So after sorting only I need to do further procedure. So you can see if they have given 100, 200, I will take this example, 100, 200, 50 and 10. If I take this example, the first step I need to do here is sorting. So if I sort this, this is the sorted list. So after sorting, I can easily segregate pairs. The last element present in the list will be the maximum quantity and the first element will be the minimum quantity. So this is how I am going to segregate the pairs. That's why I have sorted the list first. So after this, I need to check if length of list is even or odd. So why I am doing this? I have explained here. So if length of list is even, there is no need to add 0 to the values. So there will be a even number of pair. There is no need of adding 0 as a minimum quantity. Okay, if I get length as even number, I just need to print the values. So I will print here using for loop for I in range of n integer division 2. So I will explain why I am taking range as n divided by 2 here. So here you can see the length of a list is 4, but the pairs are just 2. So in every iteration I will print one pair. If the length is 4, then there will be 2 pair, then I will need 2 iteration. That's why I am taking half of the list length as the range. If the length is 4, I am taking range as 2. If the length is 6, I am taking range as 6. So that's why I am added n divided by 2 here. So after this, I just need to print the values which are present at the last index. So how can I get the last index? Here I know the during the first iteration I value will be 0. So to get the last element, I will just need to give I plus 1. So this will give minus 1 here. This minus of I plus 1 will get the last element from the list. So after that, I will need the first element from the list, so that I can easily get by entering I here. So this I will be 0, I will be 1, it will get the values from the list. This is it if n is even. We have one more case here, that is if n is odd. So if n is odd, I need to do separate operation. So I will explain here. If n is odd, then the range will change from n divided by 2 to n divided by 2 plus 1. So I will explain here. So here the length of list is odd, that is 5. So I need to do iteration for 3 times. You can see during first iteration I will print 205, in next iteration I will print 110. So in final iteration I want to print 50 and 0. If the length of list is odd, then the pairs is also odd. So to do that, I need to include range as n integer division 2 plus 1. So this will be the range to do this. So one more thing I need to include here is, once I sort this list will look like 5, 10, 50, 100, then 200. You can see in this sorted list, here 200 is paired with 5, 100 is paired with 10, but 50, which is at the middle position, doesn't pair with any of the element. So I need to know the middle term. Okay, so to do that, I am going to include a condition, that is if I is equal to n integer division 2. So this condition will get the middle term, and if I encounter this condition in for loop, I need to pair that element with the 0. Okay, I will do this in code here. So else for I in range of n divided 2 plus 1, fine, sorry, for I in range of this. So I need to check one condition, that is if I is equal to n divided by 2, so then I need to print quantity of I with 0. So else I need to follow the same procedure that I have done in previous step. So this is it, guys. Let's run the code and verify whether it is working fine or not. I will run this. I will give n as 4 and enter list values as 100, 200, 10 and 5. Here it is pairing well and good. 200 is pairing with 5 and 100 is pairing with 10. So I will give another n as odd number, that is 5, and I will enter 100, 200, 10, 50 and 5. Okay, 2. So Here 200 is pairing with minimum value 2, 100 is pairing with 10, and the remaining 50 will be pairing with 0. So the code is working fine. So this was a simple code. You just need to know how to play with the index values in a list, then it is just a piece of cake. That's it guys, that's it for today's video. I will be back with another video. Until then, see you, bye.